Summary. What is summary? First, we need to understand what is a summary. There are some similar words, similar terms related to summary, not the synonyms, but similar, are précis writing and paraphrasing. At your level, because you are a student of literature, you are studying English core, you must understand these terms as well. It will help you in reading poetry and other genre of. We talk about summary, we need to understand what summary is actually. Summary and note making, both are the piece of writing of some other person in which we manipulate. Manipulation means we do not change it. We just play with the idea, play with the things with the person who has already written down a paragraph. So as an expert, so the writer has already given a long piece of text to us. And now we are trying to make out the true sense of the writer, what the writer actually wants to convey. Writer कहना क्या चाहता है, राइटर की मनसा क्या है, उसको हम अगर पकड़ पाए तो वो क्या है, वही समरी या नोट मेकिंग होता है. हम वो जो प्रूव करना चाहता है उस पे नहीं जाते हैं, वो जो कहना चाहता है उस पे जाते हैं और उसी को लेके बैठ जाते हैं नोट के फॉर्म में और समरी के फॉर्म में. So this is called summary writing is called distilling the concept. जो concept है उसको distill कर देते हैं. Distill means उसको हम और प्योरीफाई और एक तरह का और उसको उसके अंदर में जो एक्स्ट्रा चीजें हैं उसको हटा करके मेन जो आइडिया है उसको ले आते हैं. तो समरी राइटिंग का कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट, जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात है वो क्या होती है, we need to understand the idea of the paragraph, idea of the writer. Understand the idea of the writer. We do not involve ourselves in this idea. This is very important, that we are there as an observer who is observing the idea of the writer without the presence of the reader, means mine. I will not show my presence here. I will only take the idea from the article, the passage given to me. In doing so, I need so many things to be kept in mind. The first is, what is the main idea? That is title. To understand the idea, I go to title. What is title? Title means topic. If I know the topic, half of the problem is solved, because now because there is no limit of the knowledge on any topic. If I get the topic, then I will concentrate, I will focus on that particular aspect, particular part of that subject. So title, to understand idea and the title. After understanding the main idea and title, I would see that how the writer present that idea or title in succeeding paragraphs. Because in a passage in your examination as well, there will be a long passage consisted of so many paragraphs, and you will be asked to write a summary of that passage. So what will you do? You will find out the main idea and then the sub ideas. What are the other ideas related to this title? So as we have already done this in our note making, we will analyze the paragraph passage. We will analyze the passage to find out how many paragraphs are there and how many points. So we will make an analysis of passage. Going into the depth means, suppose you have got a passage. In 1 or 2 minutes, you will read it. you will understand it in 1 minute or 2 minutes with full speed, whether you understand or not. At least you will get some of the terms, some of the words are being repeated in the passage. अब जैसे फर्स्ट बार में पढ़ते हैं, फटाफट पढ़ते हैं तो क्या दिखता है, समझ में तो नहीं आएगा, बट आपको लगेगा कि कुछ बार बार ग्लोबल वार्मिंग बोल रहा है, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग, टेम्परेचर, दिस दैट. सो यू हैव गॉट द आइडिया, दिस आर्टिकल इज अबाउट एनवायरमेंट एंड ग्लोबल वार्मिंग. अगर वो बार बार एक बात पे कह रहा है कि दिस इज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, राइज दिस, एम्प्लॉयमेंट दिस, इनकम दिस, सो समथिंग रिलेटेड टू अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. सो ऑन द फर्स्ट गो, व्हेन यू फर्स्ट रीड, but read with full pace without paying attention the fact that you are understanding or not. You understand or not, you just go through the passage. We call it go through. उसमें होकर गुजरो तो आपको क्या मिलेगा, आइडिया टाइटल. अब पहली बार में पढ़ लिया, सेकेंड टाइम में जब हम जाते हैं, सो वी मेक एन एनालिसिस. सेकेंड रीडिंग में एनालिसिस मीन्स नाउ what particular things are being, suppose you have find out that the title of the idea or the title of this passage is unemployment. So now in your second reading and third reading, you will find out what are the other point specific to the employment are being expressed by the writer. So this thing applies in all, be it note making, be it summary, be it paragraph, be it article, be it your story reading. So these are the only process we do in our understanding. First, to understand the text is very important. Only then I can write the summary. If I do not understand, I cannot summarize it. So after analysis, after the analysis of the passage, I break the passage into points. Suppose I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Means the topic is unemployment and the writer has given 5 points of unemployment, like he has explained the unemployment, he has given the cause of unemployment, he has given the number of unemployment, he has given the how to meet the problem of this unemployment. I have find out these 4 things. Now going back to the note making, with the previous session we have discussed the note making. In the note making we were doing the same process. So I am revising this. It will help you to make the note, because what happens in one sentence, if I say how to make how to write a summary in your exam, there you have already make the note. You just go to your note, transform those notes into sentences, your summary will be ready. This is the one thing. This is the simplest in your exam, and you should do this because you face lack of time in the exams. In 3 hours you have to complete a long question paper. एग्जाम में जाएंगे तो आप ये सब समरी के अलग और नोट्स के लिए अलग नहीं करेंगे. आपने एक बार एक्सरसाइज ये सब की है, किसके लिए, नोट मेकिंग के लिए. अब आपके नोट्स रेडी हैं, उन नोट्स से आप सीधे सीधे क्या लिखेंगे, समरी लिखेंगे, उनको सेंटेंस फॉर्म में वापस ला. बट हियर इट इज पर्टिनेंट टू explain, it is very important to explain, because in your life you will be in a situation when there is no notes and you have to make only a summary. So again, you have broken the points, you have taken out the points, and you have find out that suppose there are 5 paragraphs consisted of these 5 things, then you will write those sentences and essential subject. As I earlier said, distilling the essence of the passage. We call it distilling. Distill the essence of passage. वो जो पैसेज है उसको, उसके इसेंस को हमने लेना है. जैसे वो बनता है ना परफ्यूम, तो हम क्या करते हैं, रोजेस को इकट्ठा करते हैं और उसके सिर्फ इसेंस को लेते हैं, उसकी खुशबू को लेते हैं लिक्विड के फॉर्म में, और फिर वी यूज दिस एंड द रेस्ट ऑफ थिंग वी, और उसको सूंघ कर ही कोई क्या बोलेगा, यू स्मेल द परफ्यूम यू विल से इट इज ऑफ रोजेस. So rose is not there, but still rose is there. Similarly, the passage is not there, still summary is there in the form of fragrance, in the form of as perfume was there. So you need to understand what you will not leave the essence in all 5 points. In 5 के 5 पॉइंट जो आपने ले लिए 6 पॉइंट, उनमें आप उस राइटर के आइडियाज को ही रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे इन योर ओन वर्ड्स, प्रीफरेबली इन योर ओन वर्ड्स, अपने वर्ड्स में आपको करना है. एंड आफ्टर राइटिंग डाउन दीज 5 पॉइंट्स यू विल गो बैक टू द पैसेज टू फाइंड आउट इफ आई एम मिसिंग एनीथिंग, कुछ मैंने मिस तो नहीं कर दिया, या अब आप सेपरेटली 5 सेंटेंस लिख के समरी बना देंगे. दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल. अगेन दैट समरी शुड बी वेरी कंसाइज, इट शुड बी प्रिसाइज, concise and to the point in a form of paragraph itself. एक पैराग्राफ के फॉर्म में समरी होती है, सिंगल पैराग्राफ, और if it is a long passage then 2 paragraphs, but preferably in a single paragraph. So you need to meet the requirements, the things that is there in the passage. Passage का जो soul है, you will bring the soul to your समरी. अब उस सोल को कैसे लाएं? दिस कॉल्ड डोंट्स. इन डोंट्स के लिए क्या क्या है? ओपिनियन. व्हेन यू राइट अ समरी यू डोंट राइट योर ओपिनियन, बिकॉज एज आई अर्लियर टोल्ड दैट यू आर ओनली अ ऑब्जर्वर देयर. यू आर नॉट अ, suppose I am teaching and somebody is observing me, so he will not come in between and teach me, he is observing there. Similarly, a writer has already written, you will not intrude in his writing with your opinion. हाँ, आपने घुसना नहीं है अपने ओपिनियन लेके कि नहीं जी ब्यूटीफुल सीन कैसे हो सकती है, पहाड़ में तो डर लगता है. So this is your opinion. You will keep your knowledge, your opinion. अगर वो गलत बात भी लिखा है पैसेज में, if the writer has written that is factually incorrect in his writing, so you will believe that. You cannot say this is wrong, I don't believe this, because your knowledge is not tested in language. What is tested? Your comprehension, because it is again a part of comprehension, a part of reading. So your reading and comprehension is being evaluated. So if you think that you should give your opinion, it means you have means the person may take it as if you have not understood actually what the writer wants to say. So the important point is keep your opinion with you, don't give opinion. Second one is suggestions. Suggestions. So this is our in general terms, we also want to give our opinion and suggestions. Means we do not give the opinion, but we suggest if the writer would have written this, then it would be better. इस तरह से लिखते हैं ना कि अगर इस तरह से इस बात को कहते तो ज्यादा अच्छा होता. We will avoid this because we are a surgeon and we have to make a surgery of that passage, and we have to take out what is unwanted, not unwanted here. Here we will take out what is wanted, what is needed to us. So suggestions and opinions are kept aside. Other than this, we do not start, generally the students have a habit, they start with, in this passage, the writer says this. No. You will not open with passage or anything. You just start straight away with the idea, with the, means the first sentence will be a sort of introduction of the idea. In a sentence or two, you will give the introduction of the main idea of the पैसेज, उस पूरे पैसेज का जो सबसे मेन आइडिया है उसका इंट्रोडक्शन आप ओपनिंग सेंटेंस में देंगे और यू विल राइट प्रिफरेबली इन योर ओन सेंटेंसेस विद योर ओन वर्ड्स। आप वहां से कॉपी नहीं करते हैं बिकॉज आपने आइडिया कॉपी किया है, द आइडिया विल रिमेन द सेम। The sun gleams on the edges of heaven when it was 4 o'clock. Suppose this is a sentence. The sun beams or gleams on the edges of the heaven when it is 4 o'clock. बोलने का मतलब है कि सुबह हुई तो सूरज निकल गया। The sun rises in the sky. ऐसा बोल दीजिए। So you will have to simplify it at the same time. The summary is always written in the simplest sentence. You need not to run for the difficult word, difficult vocabulary terms and all that to make even better than the passage. No, you write the simple sentence. It should be lucid because you are taking the essence, and the essence is always better than the main. गुलाब का जो परफ्यूम है वो महंगा होता है गुलाब से, इसीलिए because we have taken the essence. Similarly, the summaries are more accepted because they give a way to understand the main text. So you will avoid the opinion, you will avoid the suggestions, you will avoid to write more about the writer, more about the passage than about the idea. You will write more about idea only, not the passage or not on the writer. Other than this, when you write a summary, you need to keep in your mind that a summary and a note, as I told in the beginning, that summary and the note are the twin of the same parent. The parent is the passage and the twins are, suppose the note is the brother because we saw the negligence there, and the summary is the sister. Everything is meticulously done. सब कुछ perfectly एक shape में पैराग्राफ में ले आती है, लेकिन उनके पर्पस अलग अलग है. You make note for your own self. Only you can explain your note perfectly to anybody else. If you give your notes to other people may misinterpret it. But when you write a summary, it becomes universal. Whoever reads the summary, he gets the gist of the passage. वो पैसेज का एक जिस्ट है, पैसेज का एक ये समझिए जिसको हम हिंदी में सारांश कहते हैं, एक सार है, और उस सार का भी अंश है. तो जो भी उसको पढ़ता है, because it is in always full sentences, it covers the whole idea. It is interpreted by a person who has already gone through the passage, so it becomes a common piece of writing to all to understand the main passage. So some other points that you keep in your mind while writing a summary. You have taken the idea, then you are writing the summary. In that case, you will give argument and interpretation in the form of a sequence. You have taken the sequence of sentence you have taken from this, means taken from the main passage. You have taken the ideas from the main passage. So you will arrange those sentences in a way. Again, your creativity will be tested here. So you will be writing these ideas and these sentences in a way that it could look very attractive. Arrangements means because the writer has already done it. You cannot write sentence number 4, sentence number 3, then 5 going here and there just to change it. Change for nothing. This will not be done. You will follow the things. You can take extra sentences, extra ideas, extra sub-ideas from the passage to elaborate your ideas. You must be elaborating here in shortest way. You will follow the shortest way to explain this with the help of so many ideas that is already presented in the passage. Now, after doing this, we have written down the summary. We will read it once again for redrafting. Again, as we have read the passage once and twice and 3 times to find out these words, we will read our summary once or twice to find out if we have missed anything or if anything is repeated. So there shouldn't be any repetition and there shouldn't be any sort of miss. Means if you feel that a major idea is missed here, so you can include it. So now when you write the summary, the most important thing is, again, you will stick to the idea of the writer and you will stick to the idea of the word limit. That is 1/3. A summary is the 1/3 of passage. You are asked generally 400 to 600 words passage in your examination. You can calculate 1/3 of that number of words, around 150 to 200. So you will write your summary in this word limit. You will not exceed it. And not you will write in a few words like 50 words or 100 words. Something somewhere in between 150 to 200 if the passage is of 400 to 500. So this is the summary. You don't use those short forms in summary what were taught to you during the note making. Note making is a different sort of writing and summary writing is a different. So in summary writing, the full sentences, well organized, well articulated, we will give the passage in a juicy form. So we will do a practice. You just take a paragraph, you just take a passage, you read it, you make a note on that, then you write summary. Without looking at the note, you write summary. If your summary and the notes are same, it means you have got the idea, you have understood it. If you feel that your notes have some differences with your summary, some ideas are included in notes, but the same ideas are excluded in summary, it means there is a lacuna, there is a shortcoming, there is something missing, something we can say it is incomplete, either the summary or the note making. So with this, we conclude the topic summary, that it should be 1/3, sticking to the main idea, taking all points from all paragraphs. We will write the summary in a single paragraph, preferably single paragraph. If important, we will give another paragraph, but you avoid this. So this is the end of the summary. Hope you will do the practice, and the next time whenever we will meet, we will talk about notice. So notice is an essential, so we will study the notice next time. So that's all for now. Thank you very much.